Taking your calls, 215-634-8065, or you can post your comments on our live stream, and I'll ask the question for you. Let's go to Renee calling in on line 2. Renee, good morning. You're live on air.
Hi, how are you?
Well, how are you?
This is great information.
Thank you.
I have grandchildren, and I wanted to know if you have any advice for me as I want to try to save something for them when I'm not here anymore.
Awesome question.
I love that question because that question leads to generational wealth. That question leads to legacy. So, Renee, thank you for that question. How old are your grandchildren?
They range from 3 to 25.
Okay. So I would, in terms of investments, I don't know how much money we're talking about, but I would start buying them stock. One of the beautiful things about stock is that even once you are no longer here, Renee, and you transition, when you pass that stock on to your heirs, they receive what's called a step up in basis. And what that means is today, if you bought a stock for $1 and it goes up to $1, it goes up to $100, and let's say you sold it, that they would have to pay tax on $99, right? However, when you transition and when they get it, let's say it went to $100. Now, when they get it, their basis is $100. So if they sold it tomorrow and it was $100, they wouldn't have to pay any tax on it. If they sold it in, let's say, 5 years, and let's say it was $105, they would only pay tax on the $5 that they made in profit and not the $104 since you bought it at $1, if that makes sense.
Yes, I understand.
Okay. So, yeah, I would start buying things that, that they like, that they're interested in. A lot of our youth like the Star Wars trilogy. They like Marvel. Who owns that? Disney. So you could buy some Disney stock for them and put it up. I don't know how old your folks are, your grandchildren are in their 20s, and if they work out or what their interests are. But let's say they like to work out and they like Nike. That's another thing you could look at. Nike as well.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So I say just invest in what you like, right? What in this terms, I would invest in what the children like.
That sounds great. Thank you so much for that question, Renee. We appreciate you listening.